Hello everyone, this is Huntesty here. Today I'm going to give you my final thoughts on RWBY Volume 4 before it ends. We got 3 episodes left, so we got 3 more weeks after this week because today was a Water Remnant, and that's more than likely the last Water Remnant we're going to get for this volume. And it was about the Great War, but we're not going to go into that much, and I don't review the Water Remnants or react to it, but I might do the Water Remnants for Volume 5 when that comes out. So, my last final 3 predictions for RWBY Volume 4. Now, I'm getting the feeling Crow may not die in this volume, considering the fact that he's still an important character that we don't know about quite well yet. But it's very possible we might see Ren and Noah get killed off. Here's why. So, we all know from Noah's inspiration is Thor, and if you look more deeply into Thor's, arc, when he died, he was poisoned. And we just so happen to have someone that poisons people, Tyrion. Now, Josh Gale, Tyrion's voice actor, has stated that we will be getting one more scene with Tyrion. And it's possible that when I looked it up, scorpions can only grow their tail. So I think the one last act from Salem is for him to go fight off Ranger again, go fight them again. Since he knows that they're going to Mistral, he's probably going to head over there, but he's going to find Ren and Nora instead of Ruby and Sean. So they're going to probably get to this whole fight scenario, and I'm going to be guessing that at some point during the fight, Nora's going to get poisoned and then killed off or impaled. And then that would go more into her inspiration of how Thor died, because he was poisoned. And for Ren, how I can see him getting killed off is him sacrificing himself to kill off Tyrion. Because Mulan, at one point, suicided herself to protect her own country. So I think that would go very well with Mulan's death as well. And I want a Great War to start. That's what I want, because I can see a Great War going on. Because why post the World of the Great War video now and not Volume 1? Maybe because they're telling us, hey, another Great War is very possible at this point because of Salem. Salem wants to divide us. So if she does that, it can be easily conquered. Because there's going to be so much panic and hatred towards each other that the Gremlin will show up, and it's going to be easy for her to get the relics and the rest of the maidens. Because she needs 3 more. So it's going to be very simple to do so. And I believe at the end credit scene, we might get something with Oscar, him going off to Haven Academy, and accepting the fact that he might become the next wizard. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about of what's going to happen at Kuro Yuri. I'm getting the feeling we're probably going to get the character short. Hear me out. I don't think the character short actually happened yet. The reason why I think that is because Rooster Teeth has never stated if it was before the volume or probably after the volume or during the volume. They never specifically said it, and RWBY would have at some point said, like, hey, I would never find it that good to Grim off. But she doesn't. She doesn't really seem to remember it, at all. And it's probably because it hasn't happened yet. And the reason why I say this, because if you play Final Fantasy 15, at the very beginning of the game, they show off, one of the final fights of the game. So it's going to be possible they're going to do the same route of Volume 4, because that's why at the end of the character short, they leave off on a cliffhanger with so much Grim going after RWBY. And that's also why Sean wasn't there, because he was protecting Crow, probably near the woods with Raymond, something of that sort. And Ren and Noah is split, so they might come back. But I think they'll be stopped by Tyrion and get killed off. I think that's probably what's going to happen. And it also makes sense because they're going into killing Yuri at dark time. So it would make a lot of sense to me. And I can see that happening a lot because it said at Xi'an that there was a lot of Grim that attacked the village. So maybe that symbol is like a battle cry for the Grim to come and attack. And it's coming after RWBY and John. That's not going to be good. I don't think Cole's going to get killed off. it's possible, but I don't see him getting killed off quite yet. Maybe in Volume 5 or Volume 6 for Ruby to finally activate her survival powers. But I do think with a no, I'm probably going to get killed off this volume. I think that's more than likely going to happen. But then at the same time, it would make sense for Ren to get cut off because of his voice actor, and he's always like in another country that's kind of difficult for him to bring out his script and everything else. So that's why he has been voicing a lot. But in Volume 4, he has been voicing a lot. He's been a pivotal character. And I do think RWBY was where Ren was born. And I do think that. But yeah, this is quite an interesting topic if the character short happened or not. I do think it hasn't happened yet. I think it's going to happen in the last 3 volume episodes. I almost said volumes, but I caught myself for a second there. But yeah, what do you all think? What are your predictions for the final 3 episodes of RWBY Volume 4? And I got one more thing to say before I end up this off. I do think we might get something with Summer in the end. But I do think it's going to be like a flashback episode. But I don't think we're going to get it this volume. Maybe next volume. We might get a next volume for a Team Stark flashback episode. Or maybe in RWBY Chibi, but that would be a little bit too dark for a style like that. I do think we might get a Team Stark flashback, possibly in Volume 5. But it's highly possible we might get it in Chapter 11 to give us information about how Summer Rose died and why Team Stark split up. And I do think that Summer Rose was killed off because of Crow. Because they're doing a semblance, being a bad luck semblance, and it kind of makes sense to have a good luck semblance and a bad luck semblance together on the team so that one is not like going over the other, basically. Because that would be bad if there's a bad luck semblance like on your team. Like your team's always going to lose no matter what. So it's going to be difficult for you guys to win anything. And I do believe Raven is probably going to see Ruby at the end of the volume. And that's how Yane is going to be able to get back to Team Ranger if it's only like John and Ren. I can see that being the case because I do get the feeling like at the end of this volume, Tai Yane and Yane are going to go away from the home. Yane's going to be going to find Raven because she knows a little bit about where she is, but not quite a lot. But I do believe she knows about the symbol. And if she finds the symbol, I think she's going to get very close to Raven and her mother. Now, I do believe Tai Yane is going to go try off and fight Ruby. But at the same time, they might come back together because Team Ruby and John are going to be with Raven. And hopefully the Spring Maiden as well, because I can see the Spring Maiden being like healing and life. That's why she is so like important and why Sailor must not get that power because that would be so overpowered. And for Weiss, I want her to get out of Atlas. I don't see her going to Atlas Academy at this point, but at the same time, it's still possible. If we do get another Great War, she's going to have to be with Atlas. So yeah, that'll be a challenge. And I do think we probably will get another Great War in this volume. I think it's probably going to start off, and then the volume is going to end. And with Volume 5, we're getting Team RWBY back together to end the Great War and bring everyone together, all the kingdoms together to bring and attack Salem. And I believe in Volume 6, we're going to see the final boss, Lord Graham. I do think we will be seeing him. But that'll be way further down the line. I won't get more into Lord Graham until Volume 5 for my theories. So, yeah, but Blake, I don't really see much about her, but I can see Sun getting killed off and her family, because if they're all alive, there's really no point of her going back to the fight. There's going to be no reason. So it makes sense for them to be imprisoned or killed, or Sun being killed off, and that would give them more motivation to go fight the White Fang, and at some point, like, colliding with Team RWBY. So, yeah, that's my predictions for the final 3 episodes I'm probably not gonna post another theory for Volume 4. This is gonna be my last theory until Volume 4's end. Probably like during the off season, I'll probably do some more theories and everything else. I'll definitely be doing more AMVs because we have a lot more scenes to go off of. And yeah, this is going to be a quite interesting last 3 episodes. Leave your thoughts and predictions in comment section box below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more future videos like these, and I will see you all next time. Bye.